To most players, Amiibo might just seem like cool, collectible figurines, but in the Super Smash Bros. Series, they serve a deeper purpose. Customizable, trainable, AI fighters with their own competitive scene. Amiibo and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate are based on the game's core AI, which they share with the game's CPUs. However, while they do use the same core AI, the parameters that guide their behavior come from different sources. Amiibo parameters are stored in your Amiibo's data in the form of a .bin file that is stored in the NFC tag in the base of the Amiibo, and are shaped through in-game training. These values determine how often the Amiibo uses certain moves, how defensive or aggressive it is, whether it prefers to run or walk, and more. Think of these parameters as a template layered on top of the shared AI. That's the basic idea of how Amiibo function on a technical level. Throughout Ultimate's patch history, many changes to the AI have been made, but they're rarely documented. These AI changes aren't listed on patch notes or even on the Smash wiki, and usually go unnoticed by most of the community. That is, until the competitive Amiibo scene starts noticing shifts in behavior. But even then, it can take a lot of observations and looking into the game's code to confirm whether something truly changed or if it's just placebo. And since many of these patches happened years ago, most of the info we have today is buried in the depths of long-forgotten Discord message logs. Join the USAC Discord, by the way, the main hub of the competitive Amiibo scene. But these changes range from minor AI cleanups to new combo routes that completely shake up an Amiibo's viability. So today, I'll be going over some of the most impactful AI changes throughout Smash Ultimate's lifetime. Let's start with Captain Falcon. For a long time, Falcon Amiibo were known for using Falcon Kick as their main neutral tool. It's a moving hitbox which naturally works really well against Amiibo to consistently win neutral against more aggressive opponents who tend to throw out moves that could be beaten out by it. But it had its weaknesses. Specifically, Falcon Kick wasn't great against Amiibo that were trained to be highly defensive, revolving around shielding and parrying. Still, it was the go-to move for Captain Falcon Amiibo until one particular patch changed everything. In version 8.0.0, the patch that introduced Min Min, Raptor Boost got a buff that made it a much better combo starter. Alongside this buff, the AI was updated to actually recognize Raptor Boost as a viable combo tool. This resulted in a complete shift in Captain Falcon's playstyle. Amiibo began following Raptor Boost with moves like up air, back air, neutral air, and even the knee. Because Amiibo opponents often don't DI or air dodge like a human would, these combos would be able to land consistently, with Raptor Boost knee being especially deadly. It took a while for the scene to adapt, since Falcon Kick still had its fans, but over time, Raptor Boost became the defining tool of top-level Falcon Amiibo, and as a result, Captain Falcon rose through the tier list, moving from a solid high tier to consistently being ranked among the top 10 Amiibo in the game, thanks to his explosive punish game and extremely high kill potential. Another Amiibo that got buffed was Ryu. At one point in Ultimate's lifespan, the AI was updated to actually start combos using true inputs, which gave Ryu a huge boost in viability. Before this, Ryu could use his true inputs like Shoryuken and Shakunetsu Hadoken, but only as standalone attacks. He wasn't able to combo into them reliably. For example, he might do a light down tilt into a regular Shoryuken, which kills Mario at around 105% with no DI or rage, but with the true input version, that same combo kills at 85%. That's a massive difference. This change didn't affect Shakunetsu Hadoken much. He was always good at using that as a standalone pressure tool in neutral, but its main takeaway from the update was this fix to the way he used Shoryuken. Instead of just throwing them out raw and possibly getting punished, the AI learned to combo into the move more reliably, and as some nice bonus, Ryu also started confirming into Shakunetsu Hadoken off of down tilt, which can deal really solid damage. This AI update pushed Ryu from being a solid mid-tier into a pretty solid high tier. His new kill power made him much more dangerous to interact with up close, especially paired with his already strong zoning game using Hadoken. Not every change was a good one though. At some point, a patch unintentionally broke Ness's recovery. He started occasionally pulling back too far before using up special, which caused him to self-destruct because he couldn't make it back to ledge. And for a while, Ness was considered one of the best amiibo, thanks to his strong zoning and juggling, but this glitch led to a noticeable decline in popularity and performance for a period of time. Another patch was made that aimed to help more amiibo cover their return to stage, giving them the ability to use attacks while recovering. And while this helped some characters, it occasionally backfired for characters like Mii Gunner, Link, and most notably, Cloud. In Cloud's case, the AI started using Limit Blade Beam off stage in an attempt to attack opponents near the ledge. The problem is, this often ends up with Cloud gimping himself. The end lag from the Blade Beam can cause him to fall too low, losing out on the precious height he needs to make it back to the stage. It also wastes the Limit gauge, which is crucial for his survivability. Limit not only boosts his aerial mobility, but it also gives him access to Limit Climb Hazard, his best recovery option, so burning it off stage like this often means a lost stock. Another notable case of a patch unintentionally introducing a self-destruct bug involves Zero Suit Samus. If she finds herself recovering with up special while facing away from the ledge, she'll often launch in the wrong direction, completely missing the ledge and self-destructing. This issue alone made her recovery far less reliable, but it was made worse by the fact that Zero Suit Samus was also nerfed in the same patch. It was an especially unfortunate turn of events because up until then, she had been consistently considered one of the worst amiibo, bottom 10 at best. But just as she was starting to gain momentum thanks to trainers pushing her potential, most notably a trainer named Foran Magra, this patch came in and halted that progress entirely. As of now, Zero Suit Samus still sits at the bottom of the tier list, widely regarded as one of the worst amiibo in Smash Ultimate. Now, I definitely don't have the time or frankly the knowledge to cover every AI change when a lot of them just boil down to, hey, this character stopped doing this dumb thing, but I still want to go through and rapid fire through some neat ones I think are worth mentioning, so I'm going to talk a little fast. Joker with Arsene no longer randomly throws out up B on stage. Universal changes were made to help Amiibo punish buried opponents more effectively. K roll benefited the most from this. From down throw, instead of just going for F smash every time, even though his down throw got nerfed at the start of Ultimate, now he actually goes for stuff like down throw into dash attack or up tilt. Peach got this new combo out of down tilt. Ice Climbers at the start of Ultimate were considered a bottom tier amiibo because of their bad AI, frequently self-destructing trying to recover with up special when the second climber isn't close enough. So while it could still happen on occasion, the change allowed the second Ice Climber to get closer to the first before using up special to recover, making them more consistent and becoming an upper mid-tier character on the amiibo tier list. Lastly, Wario learned how to combo at a down tilt. Now he can follow up with dash attack and sometimes even grab. And that wraps up all the changes I wanted to cover for now. There are definitely dozens more that I haven't mentioned, but due to the undocumented nature of many of them, it's difficult to confirm their existence with certainty. I might do a follow-up video in the future once more AI changes are better documented, but for now, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.
Wario